Greetings and welcome to another excellent Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles video. This one is the Rhino, starring, of course, RockSteady. Now, I have another companion video to this one, and that is the Rhino tank, which you're looking at here. But I'm showing off the different camos that I have available, and I have a lot of camos, so you can look and see how the camo, or how the different camos will look on this tank's configuration, because every tank's panel sizes are different. Some of the tanks have larger panels and they make images appear larger. Some have smaller and they become smaller. So hopefully that will be of some interest to you visually, just to take a look and see. And also it shows a lot of different camos that some of you may not have, and so you get a look for it and a feel for what they are. So when you see them again in the future, if there's one you like you don't have, well, you'll be on the lookout for those camos. But now I'm going to show you the best Rhino game I've ever played. The last Ninja Turtles video that I did, which was the first RockSteady video, that was the best Rhino game I ever played. This one is even better than that. So if you've already seen that one, you kind of know what to expect. So we're going to head to the swamp, and I'm going to let you see the craziness that ensued. Welcome to the swamp. All right. Here we are in the Rhino with a Rhino. Commander, that is. So when I was, playing this game, this was the start of a process that it was, I'm going to go play some Rhino games. Maybe I'll get one that's, interesting, and I'll put this on Ninja Turtle Friday. And, well, the shocker is I only played one game in the Rhino, because you're going to see why. But I do that, I'm like, I don't know, you never know if it's going to have a good game, a decent game in the beginning, or it might take you 10 games. Weird stuff has been known to happen. So this is a co-op. As you can see, top tier is 8. And that's one of the things about co-op, is that every even tier is the top tier. So a tier 6 co-op, you'll be top guy will be a tier 6. Tier 4, etc. So here I'm just, playing regular. I'm trying to play this like a regular match in a heavy tank. Not trying to be a superstar. Just trying to do my business, whatever that business presents itself for me to do. See if we can look in this barrel. There we go. Oh yeah, baby. He's dead, Jim. So it's, pretty standoffish kind of stuff. What is that, a Chimera? It's a British tank. The number of the letters are so small on my laptop here as I control this that I really can't read them. Oh, that's gotta hurt. Snagaruski. One of the things I was surprised with was the amount of damage that I was doing in these matches. And it's just one of those things where you have a combination of events, the map formation combined with your style, and the way the enemies move also in conjunction with the way your team is moving. So it's a confluence of many different variables, and you could have good, medium, or great results depending on what happens with any of these variables. Luckily for me, I'm not getting hammered which has been known to occur. Because those robots, they like to do evil things sometimes. But here, you know, it's just like taking my time, picking my shots, you know, not trying to be a superstar, just doing the best that I can in the situation. That's a good hit. You know, don't be greedy. I mean, it's fun to be greedy, I'm not going to lie to you. But I'm trying not to be greedy. I'm just trying to, you know, if I have an advantage, press the advantage. But I'm not just trying to just roll out there and King Kong people, or I'm not out there to Leroy Jenkins the game. At least this time. Oh, you freak. Now the other thing I'll show you after the game is I'll show you my commander setup, because that does help. Now, where's that last guy hiding? I really don't remember. There we go. Come here, boy. Oh yeah, I love that. Woohoo! Super fantastic. Oh yeah. And this is the medal stand, you know, gold, silver, and bronze is what I like to call it. And as you can see, sometimes everything just lines up for you. And my RockSteady raked it in with 9 kills and over 7,000 damage. That was freaking awesome. We are back in the garage, and now I'm going to show you the setup. Well, I'm going to show you, I guess, the Rhino itself for those of you who have not seen it. Then I'll show you my commander. So basic stuff. Advanced armor. I put it on every medium and every heavy tank because you're just that much stronger on the armor department. The reloader. The fan, which will help your reloading, number 1. Number 2, your accuracy. Your turret rotation. Your distance of your vision, your effectiveness of your camo. It affects all kinds of things. You know, the fan works the same as the Born Leader, which works the same as the enhanced rations. All 3 of them do the same thing, and so they stack. So anytime I can put enhanced rations and fan and Born Leader in a tank, I almost always do so, because I'm adding a little bit, a little bit, and a little bit. 3 tiny bits of improvement, and it makes a difference. And then also traction, because that gives you 10% more rotation of your hull. So that's the reasoning behind that. And here, gold repair, enhanced rations for what I just told you, and then to enhance turret rotation as well as your speed, gasoline. You know, premium ammo, yeah, like 24 and 16. You know, whatever floats your boat. So really fun stuff. Now I just play this tank primarily in co-op because it's a fun tank to play, and you know, I'm not trying to be a world beater. It's not the greatest tank. I wouldn't want to go up against a tier 10 in this because it's not good. At least not for me. So here's the RockSteady. I'm going to explain to you what these things do in case you have any questions. So it just, you know, gives you a visual idea of what's going on. Now I'm going to explain to you what these will do to help your tank, whatever it is. Now remember, this is a heavy tank, but the same stuff will apply to most mediums as well, and others depending on the performance that you're looking for. Anyway, so steady aim increases your accuracy, and we'll get to that when I go back. For ramming purposes, as you saw at the very end, come here, boy. That's Hayden's trademark. All right, for the come here, boy ram, you have the controlled impact. You'll take less damage yourself, but you'll also give extra damage. Armor angling, this is minus 5%, a tiny bit of damage. So when you combine armor angling with the advanced armor on the tank, it's minus 5%, minus 5%, that's 10%. It makes a difference. Rapid loading, reloads faster. We already mentioned the Born Leader. That's what I was talking about on the tiny bits of improvement. It'll make your accuracy a little bit better, your reload a little bit better. Turret rotation a little bit better. Everything. Vision, it will be increased as well. Great when you add it to the binoculars. The binoculars and the Born Leader double, two different improvements. One tiny, one much larger, which is the binoculars. This tank has a 20% stock chance of a fire, so I add fire prevention to those tanks, and with the other stuff of the Born Leader, the rations, and the fan, it will drop the 20% fire chances with the fire prevention and those three helpers down to 11.75%. That's as low as this tank can go on the fire prevention. And last here on the 8th skill is clutch braking, which increases your rotation. So there's two ways to increase rotation. One is clutch braking in the Commander. Two, traction on the tank equipment. I have both. So now we're going to go back and look at the tank, and we're going to see what those values are so you can look at it yourself. So here we are. You're going to see that the reload is at the top of the middle column in the second section under the word primary, and it'll tell you the reload there is 10.24. all right, now if you go one column to the left, let me see if I can do this here. Here we go. This is the reload here. This is your turret rotation. Here we have the hull rotation right there. You have other stuff over here, but I'm just looking at the other things that are affected. Now, actually doing rotation makes more of a difference when you're using a guy that's going to be shooting light tanks. 1.2 meters deviation from center isn't bad for a heavy tank or a medium tank. You're not looking to really shoot a light tank as he passes left or right from you. It's not a big deal on a heavy or a medium as a general rule. But if you're in a light tank or an anti-light tank killer, it makes a huge difference. You want that thing down to 0.50 if you can get it, or some cases it'll go less. It just all depends on your specific type of shooting you're going to be doing. All right? But that's the basic stuff that I wanted to show you about the setup in case you want to apply these kind of things to any other heavy tanks that you have, because it applies to all heavy tanks. The heavy tank has the same things. Generally what happens is the turrets are heavier because they've got more armor and they rotate slower. So it's helpful to get the rotation. Now, commander skill, I could add on the last slot available. I could use turret rotation. You saw in this game, the turret rotation is pretty good. So let's go back and look at the numbers of this. Turret rotation is over, it's like 43. That's plenty good. I don't really need turret rotation to be improved. Whoops, not the upgrades, it's a premium tank. Commander. Let's go look at this again. So here, I could in the future add a turret rotation. I don't think it's really that necessary, and you saw it in the game. You know, you could add if you want to get the Deadeye to increase setting a guy on fire. That would be a good choice. Iron Mace with extended penetration at range 500 meters. That would be a great one. You don't really move that fast. So, I mean, run and gun would be okay. Not necessary, but it could be useful. It all depends on how you use it. Now, I really wouldn't recommend a snapshot to increase your accuracy during rotation. You're not doing this kind of tank doesn't normally shoot during the rotation of the turret, and even if it does, it's shooting another heavy tank or a medium tank, things that aren't very fast. So, you know, it's kind of, you're being a nitpicker trying to get it to do something that it doesn't really do that great, and you don't need it to do the thing you're looking for improvement on. Camouflage expertise, again, you're a fat tank, you're easy to spot. This isn't going to help you really very much. Okay. So you just got to know what it is you're doing and what you're looking for. And there's the turret rotation, which is rapid aim. What else do we have here? Comms technician, that's good. That's useful. Again, you're not really the biggest hider, so muffled shot, probably not that useful. Firefighting, that can be good. It's just it's gonna matter on your preference, and that's really what it is. So just giving you an overview so you can look for yourself. Now, mark target also could be helpful on shooting a spotted guy. It just all depends on what you're looking to do. So that is my RockSteady Commander, and as you can see, I have over 1 million points to go before I'm going to get there, and that's why I have an 8 skilled guy. I'm going to be constantly building him slowly. These 8 skills, as you saw in that game, were awesome, and I played the best Rhino game of my life. So I was completely thrilled when I finished that match. I was like, yes, this is going into a video. This will be a fun one to have. And that's the deal. I play the Rhino RockSteady, you know, not because I'm a great heavy tank player. I play this for Ninja Turtle fun, and that's what it's for, and that's what I get out of it. And that's great because when I played it, you know, in a serious match, I was like, this doesn't really do a thing for me. It just, you know, there's just something missing. And the whole RockSteady thing just completely transformed it, and it's super fun to play in co-op. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I hope you're looking forward to checking out my other Ninja Turtle videos. I haven't had a chance to do many of those over the last couple of weeks because of the different urn operations. We were doing sword beats like maniacs, also doing, you know, chest urns. So when I did this one, I knew this was an absolute no-brainer, and it couldn't have been any better than to play one game of Rhino, Blammo, the top that I've ever had, and likely the top I'll ever get. That 9-kill result was unbelievable. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I would like to thank you for watching this video. Tell your friends, especially if they're Ninja Turtle guys, because the beauty of this one is you can get this tank for free the next time it comes up as a contract. And if you have a RockSteady Commander, or if you want to put a Ninja Turtle in there, you know, so be it. That's fantastic. So look forward to seeing you guys in another video. Possibly you might want to look at my Rhino video with the camos. And I guess that's it, and I'll see you guys later. Thanks again, and as always, like and subscribe.